All right, everybody, welcome back for another episode of the Lightning Redemption Project. Tonight, probably not going to take a whole lot of video. What we're going to be working on is the brake lines in the truck. Really nothing exciting about it. Be using my trusty air saw, which replaced plenty of brake lines that are rusted out on vehicles. Quickest way to take them out. No need to take them out in one piece. If you're getting rid of them, saw them guys up, many small pieces as possible, pops them right out. Leave all the hard work for fishing them in. Don't worry about fishing them out in one piece. So that's really all I'm gonna do. Just cut brake lines in a whole bunch of different pieces, and then I'm gonna get them fished on in there, mounted all them up. Once I get that in, I can work on getting like all the brake line stuff kind of situated where it needs to be. It won't be perfect yet because there's some other things that need to happen before we really like lock it all down, but gonna get that done. And then if there is time left, I'll maybe try to mock up the heater duct. If not, I may save that for tomorrow. That part's really small, but these are the last two things I need to get kind of lined out to get the modules ready in place. I can't get that ABS module locked in all the way until I get these brake lines ran and locked into it. Once I do that, I can lock that in, get the like I said, the heater box ducting modified. Once those are in, that's it. It's reassembly time. Start getting this bad boy back together, and then we'll really start to make some progress. Everything we've been doing right now, or excuse me, everything I've been doing right now is all about prep work, lining things out, deliberate actions, planning, things like that. To make a project go smooth, you don't need to rush out the gate. Just ease on out, make your plan, and that's what we're doing, and it's gonna go downhill from there. So I'll be back in touch when I get some progress made. All right, so after the last day of me trying to work on this, I got the brake lines stripped out, went to go start installing them. I had the foresight to go ahead and check the brake lines to make sure they fit into the ABS module, and lo and behold, they did not. So I'm thankful I waited, because I'm having a fitment issue there, and I'm either gonna have to try and find some adapters or flare new ends on the lines, or our vendor that we got the brake lines through, they're doing they got it in their tech department, seeing if there's maybe an error, what their cataloging has as far as, you know, was there supposed to be multiple options, like maybe some binnings or something. So I'm waiting to hear back on that, but if I don't hear back soon enough, I may just go a different route because I get impatient and it's been a few days. So, but I'll show you what I'm talking about here. So here is the brake control module. I've shown this to you before. We have these fittings that the brake lines screw into, and these are all pretty much the same size here. One big one for the rear port. But that's about it. And the steel brake lines here don't seem to be matching up with where they go. And so that poses a bit of a challenge as far as that goes. So what I may have to do is all the lines here that I pulled out of it, these, I may have to cut off the nuts that they sent and flare, put these nuts on and then reflare the lines. I do have a hydraulic tool for that. So we'll kind of see and go from there. But the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to work on the HVAC box. All right, so here's the HVAC box. Got it back mocked up. This is the clearance issue right here. Hard to get it, but it's touching here. The box will not sit back onto the firewall as it is. After having some discussions, thanks to my big brother John, he gave me the idea of using the heat gun trick to heat this up really hot and then pushing, like melting a relief in it basically, without having to do like cutting and putting it back together. And so it mainly seems to be this hump right here. So I'm going to try that first, of just trying to get that relief done, and then we'll just go from there. All right, so let me get in the frame here. All right, so if we look right here, that box is mounted in there. Heat gun trick was kind of a pain. I had to let it heat and cool, but it got really, really hot. It got really soft. There's a couple areas where the structural cross lines are that they didn't want to really move. I'm gonna have to do a slight modifications for it to have a little bit more clearance for what I like, but it fits. That thing's mounted. That's flush all the way up against the firewall. So I have now made enough clearance out of this lower duct for that box to fit. So next steps are to get the firewall pad back on, get the box final prepped, get all the little foam grommets and everything on it, and then I can get that ready to mount up. Once I get that firewall pad, put some of the sound deadening we're going to do, get that all ready to go, I will mount that box for the final time and not touch it. Once that's done, I'll get some rest of the sound deadening on, and then I'm going to put that dash in there and get this thing moving forward. We get this dash set in, it's going to start to look like a truck again, and that's what we want. So finally starting to feel like we're making some real headway here. It's just baby steps at a time, take our time, you know, fitting it in between regular life stuff here, you know, but that's okay. We're doing what we need to do, or I'm doing what I need to do to get it moving forward. But, you know, thanks for watching. And if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button and bell and all that other good stuff, and peace.